Welcome to the circus.
Okay, I used to work for the circus, but I
Oh my God! What did you do for the circus?
walked on.
I can think it's more of a theatrical industry. I think for what the audience comes in with, what they assume it's going to be like, we try and give them something different. They don't expect, I think, as much of the theatrics that we give. We give a full-on production.
Right.
The production value is a big wow factor for people. The fact that we have so many backup dancers and that we have choreography set in the show. That's not something you're going to find anywhere else because it's so unique. I mean, you're not going to find that maybe in Vegas, and that's about it.
We have about 30 people that are involved in the show. You only see some of them on stage, but then there's everybody else. There's our lighting people, the sound people, the dressers, stage hands. There's a lot of people who are behind scenes that no one even knows about. This show just takes a lot of work to make it happen.
It's supposed to feel like you're at each of the people's concerts.
Yeah.
So there's the dancers, an aerialist will swoop in, there's tons of stuff going around, and then costume changes like 2 or 3 in each number.
The way the show works is we primarily look for, we look at what's current and what the young people today are interested in.
In the drag world, we would say fish. You look fish. Which means you look like a real girl. We've been here since 6.
Since 6 o'clock, and it's almost, 9 o'clock now?
Yeah. We the show starts at about 10:15, 10:20, and we're doing like everything all the way up until that point.
You know, this is us right here. This is Chanel out of makeup, or Brian, and this is Chris, and that's me there. We look totally different, completely different.
This is what I've put on my face so far.
Oh man!
Like this is all my cheeks.
Okay.
This is my nose and my upper facial construction, and they're all different colors.
Yeah.
Not just alone.
So 6 alone, just for
right.
For
and then
starting.
this is my blush.
It's a lot of, illusions, a lot of makeup. Like, as you can see, I still have my shadowing for my breasts on. That's part of what makes it, it's part of the illusion. It's not necessarily that we overstuff our brows. Some of it's makeup, and some of it is just stuffing with different materials. Everybody has their own little secrets. I don't tell mine. And when I go down in the audience, or when the curtain opens and, I'm seen for the first time, I like to have that, I can't tell if that's a man or a woman, and people trying to figure out, that's my favorite part. And then at the end of the show, they're like, I didn't know.
When they walk in the door, they're one person, and then by the time they're in face and hitting the stage, they're a different person.
So there's our real person that we are day to day. There's our drag persona, like with Robbie, who hosted the show tonight. When he was on the mic hosting, he wasn't really impersonating anybody.
Yeah.
That was more of his drag persona coming out, like an actor would have on stage when they're portraying a character, that sort of thing. But then there's times when we're trying to be our character and trying to do the mannerisms. And so it's kind of like a juggling act, and you never know what's going to come out when you talk to us, really, because sometimes it'll be Brittany, and sometimes it'll be me, or sometimes it'll be, my drag persona.
Okay. I'm going to touch the stick. You on and off. This is what it normally looks like. We have been at every wedding expo this side of the Mississippi in the last 2 months. And I will tell you that we went to the Seattle, and we were just there saying like, hey, bachelorette party, come see our show.
Yeah.
And we would have complete polar opposites, people running to our booth and being like, oh my God, I've seen your show, or drag queens, how fun, like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of this for a bachelorette party. And then others that absolutely like see us and they like
Run the other way.
no thank you. And last weekend we were at the Tacoma wedding show, and a couple went by and said, oh no thank you, we play it safe. And we were just standing there with our little palm cards like, what does that mean?
That was
like
you and I, wasn't it?
yeah, I was like, play it safe. Like, what are we gonna do? Come out of nowhere and throw like a Chinese star at you or something? Or,
It's a very violent show.
And we're like, thank you.
So what do you think they're assuming about this show?
I mean, a lot of people are, afraid of homosexuality.
Sure.
And so drag queens and homosexuality, like, are just
Hand in hand.
all right,
Always,
hand in hand.
yeah.
Not always, but I mean, usually like the drag queens tend to enjoy male on male action. So
Sure.
I think shut up. I think that's the stigma, that people are just worried that by going to see a drag queen in a show will suddenly, they'll start questioning their own sexuality. And it's just ignorance.
Yeah.
They just don't know
Absolutely.
that it's a fun show. And it's celebrity impersonation, which is what we try to tell everybody.
Very PG-13
So-
for the most part.
My
So-
family's extremely religious and would rip me off the stage if they saw
Really?
me. They know that it's here, but they don't know where
Okay.
the show is, which is
Okay.
fine.
But they know that you're in it.
Yeah, well, because my brother spilled the beans because he was getting in trouble for something.
Of course.
Was
Too
like,
many
he's in a drag show. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all have different backgrounds, but most everybody's families have been here.
And supportive.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
what about friends, at your job? Is that
Yeah.
kind of something that
Oh,
you
yeah.
tell everyone?
all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Well, they get somehow it comes up.
Right.
Or within the first 5 minutes, one of your friends gets so excited and they're like, "You love Lady Gaga? Oh my God, my friend does Lady Gaga in a show!" And you're like, "Thank you. My name is Jeremy." But yeah, it comes up, and then we'll tell people, and
Yeah.
they get really excited. And 9 times out of 10, they do not believe. They just talk to you, and then they see you on stage, and they don't.
Make the
Totally different.
Because we don't I have big, thick eyebrows, and I
Really?
obviously don't. It's
Expensive show.
the misconception is that this is what we do, and where they're like, "Oh, you're in the show, so you must live this way."
Right.
And it's like, well, no.
So let's bring on let the fun begin. A little touch of sin, why wait another minute? Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the
Right. Really, it's just this whole thing is about just having a good time and just forgetting about what's going on at the moment and just living the moment.
It's a lot of work and effort and energy, but in the end, you saw how the audience was tonight. It just that's the payoff for us.
Right.
You put in for mama, she'll put out for you.